Made in Hollywood.
Welcome to our 19th season. On today's show, female directors are in the spotlight as Barbie, directed by Greta Gerwig, is made in Hollywood.
I'd been wanting to work with Margot Robbie, and she had the rights and was setting it up with her company and at Warner Brothers, and she came to me and said, like, would you like to write this movie?
Made in Hollywood.
Also on today's show, an emotional baking adventure with director Trish C. for the comedic drama Sitting in Bars with Cake.
Yeah, this is based on a true story. And the woman, Audrey Schulman, who went cake barring and wrote a cookbook and a blog about it, she's the one who actually wrote the script too.
Plus, Elizabeth Banks goes behind the camera for the horror comedy Cocaine Bear. Celine Song wrestles with destiny in the modern romance Past Lives. Eva Longoria makes her feature film directorial debut with Flamin Hot. And Judy Blume's iconic young adult novel gets adapted for the screen by Kelly Freeman Craig. This week, Made in Hollywood special, Real Revolution, Women at the Helm.
Made in Hollywood.
Here's what's hot on screen. With Barbie's global success, Greta Gerwig has become the first solo female director to helm a movie that generates over $1 billion at the box office.
Diamonds under my eyes.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever. So is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and every day from now until forever. Do you guys ever think about dying?
At the very beginning, it really was that I'd been wanting to work with Margot Robbie, and she had the rights and was setting it up with her company and at Warner Brothers, and she came to me and said, like, would you like to write this movie? And I jumped at the chance because it was her. And I was also terrified of it because I was not even sure where to start with a Barbie movie. So I think there was something about it that seemed like such a tricky problem to solve that it felt kind of like a puzzle. Like, what's the vantage point? How do we get into this? And then once Noah and I had written the script together, that's when I thought, oh, I love this, and I don't want anyone to direct it but me.
What do I have to do? You have to go to the real world.
You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one, the high heel.
You have to want to know, okay? Do it again.
Margot's a dream. As a producer and as an actor, she can do anything you want 10 times over, backwards in heels. She's just an extraordinary actress. And I always knew it was going to be hers. So when we were writing it, I knew it was going to be hers. So that was always in my mind. But I think that as we started doing rehearsals and started reading, it just changed and got deeper and more dimensional because I started to know her really well as a person. And it was something that evolved alongside her.
Closer I am fine. Closer I am fine.
I'm coming with you.
Okay.
It's the same thing I like about Margot is that Ryan is incredibly funny, but he never does it in a way that's making fun of the character. It's always inside the character. And he takes it very seriously, which is why it's so funny. And he committed beyond what I would ever imagine in my wildest dreams. He would commit, and we texted about it and talked about it for a year before we started shooting, and we came up with the idea of his Fojo Dojo mink, but we were texting back and forth pictures of, like, we both love Sylvester Stallone, and we were like, what about this look? What about that look? And then, there's like a set pair of glasses he wears in the movie when he puts on the second pair of glasses that were based on the glasses that the ballet director from the Red Shoes wears. They're these cat-eye glasses, and they're just such wonderful glasses. I mean, like, we went so detailed with it, and it was like references we gathered for so long. And I was sort of slightly terrified when he showed up. I was like, what if he doesn't want to do any of this? And he showed up and just committed, bleached his hair, shaved his legs, and then there we were.
No, I won't let you do just one appendectomy.
But I'm a man.
But not a doctor.
Can I talk to a doctor?
You are talking to a doctor.
And I need a clicky pen?
No.
A sharp thing?
No.
There he is. Doctor!
Somebody get security.
Now available on your home screen. A madcap idea to meet new people in Los Angeles gets blindsided by a life-altering diagnosis in the comedic drama Sitting in Bars with Cake from director Trish C.
To Jane, all-star baker, my best friend since second grade, hero of the night.
Did you make it?
Jane, cut the cake!
I love this cake. I love this girl.
She talked to more men tonight than she has in the past 23 years combined.
Yeah, this is based on a true story. And the woman, Audrey Schulman, who went cake barring and wrote a cookbook and a blog about it, she's the one who actually wrote the script, too.
I thought about this cake thing. You're gonna start doing it.
Bringing cakes into bars. 1 cake a week for a year.
And I thought of a name. Cake barring.
So this all happened by accident when they had a birthday cake one night and they were waiting for their reservation at the restaurant. So they went to the bar next door and people of all genders flocked to them. And it turned into this scene. People in the bar in real life literally shouting, cake, cake, cake. It was this frenzy. So they decided, let's just give this a shot.
I'm bumping you up to junior agent.
Can I hug you?
Do we have anything stronger than aspirin?
Corinne!
I got the results of Corinne's MRI. It's not what we were hoping for.
I learned a lot about cakes in this process. And, there's some fabulous bakeries in Los Angeles, obviously. We really wanted the cakes to look like they were made by the same person. So they were made by the same person and designed by the same person.
I was definitely in the pre-production, which is pretty rare for a food stylist. I worked very closely with our production designer, Tracy, and we came up with all of these designs that made sense to us, and then we would talk about it again, and then I would come in and make, a few cakes a week. So I was pretty much part of the process from the start, which was really cool.
If you're at home, then your mother and I can help you stay on top of this.
She won't be on her own.
These were real bars. We went all over Los Angeles, and we tried to get as much variety and tried to let as many bars just kind of play themselves and look exactly like they look in real life as we could, because it's really kind of a love letter to our city as well.
You're the most amazing person I've ever known.
Coming up, leading lady Elizabeth Banks tells us about sitting in the director's chair for the horror comedy Cocaine Bear. And we also look at the modern romance Past Lives from director Celine Song as Made in Hollywood special Real Revolution, Women at the Helm continues. To find out where to watch any movie, check out MoviePhone.com. Find it, watch it.
The way to balance the tone was really to ground everything else. So everything else has to be super, super grounded.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
Welcome back to Made in Hollywood special Real Revolution, Women at the Helm. Now available on Blu-ray. Based on a true story, an apex predator goes on a rampage through a Georgia forest in the horror comedy Cocaine Bear from director Elizabeth Banks.
Medic!
What is that?
Beth, we should go.
My first thought when reading it was this can't possibly be based on a true story, and then I went down the rabbit hole of investigating what had really happened, and I loved that there was this crazy idea of a rampaging bear on a bender. That's such a big, high concept, wild, crazy thing that actually the way to balance the tone was really to ground everything else. So everything else has to be super, super grounded.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
I'm looking for my daughter.
Forest is a dangerous place.
What's so great about Banks is that she's a total pro, and she has this kind of effortless confidence.
And it's cool to have someone who understands what it is to be in your shoes, and it has a lot of pros to it.
Good, love it.
The bear. It loves cocaine.
Why are you shooting at me?
I had no idea while we were making it if we were gonna pull off the bear, and if the bear didn't work, then the movie didn't work. And the partnership with Weta, they were great from day one. They got the tone, They're so used to creating like crazy, fantastical worlds, and outer space and people flying around. And this was like, no, you gotta create something so realistic that people think a real bear was on set. That was the big, big, big question mark hanging over the movie until the very end. And I'm just pleased as punch with the results.
Coming soon to Blu-ray. Director Celine Song chronicles two childhood friends forced to confront life, love, and destiny over the course of one fateful week in the modern romance Past Lives.
There's a word in Korean, 인연. It means providence or fate.
I was sitting between my childhood sweetheart, who only really speaks Korean, and my white American husband, who only really speaks English. And I found myself in this East Village bar, trying to translate between these two guys so that they could get to know each other. Something occurred to me that something special was going on between all three of us. That was the inspiration for the movie.
Do you believe in that?
That's just something Koreans say to seduce someone.
Often drama on screen or drama that we watch sometimes involves grown-ups behaving like children. And I was really interested in making a movie where it is really about people that we know are children inside, because we also see them as children in the movie, sort of do really their best to behave like adults.
And that, from the beginning, was something that felt really fresh and radical, and how can we tell a modern story about love?
What a good story this is. Childhood sweethearts who reconnect 20 years later and realize they were meant for each other. In the story, I would be the evil white American husband standing in the way of destiny.
Shut up.
Well, awkwardness is a second language to me, first of all. Second of all, I think people talk too much in movies, so I find it refreshing. And I think in relationships, oftentimes what's left unsaid is the most important thing.
There's just this kid in my head for such a long time. I think I just missed him.
Did he miss you?
Haesung!
I think we're kind of modern men that don't have a problem with vulnerability. That kind of helped us to express or repress, the emotions that we needed to show in our characters.
좋다.
뭐가?
그냥 너랑 얘기하는 거?
I think that what I was interested in was these three people who are ordinary people that really do their best to be good to each other. And I think that really was at the heart of what I was trying to do.
To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviephone.com. Find it, watch it. Up next, Eva Longoria makes her feature film directorial debut with Flamin Hot, and Kelly Freeman Craig adapts Judy Blume's iconic novel, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, as Made in Hollywood special Real Revolution Women at the Helm continues.
I had zero interest in making a documentary of the Flaming Hot Cheeto. I was like, I don't want to watch that. I don't know who wants to watch that. But I did want to make a movie about the life of this incredible man that I admired.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
Welcome back to Made in Hollywood special Real Revolution Women at the Helm. Now available on your home screen. In Flamin Hot, Eva Longoria makes her feature film directorial debut with the inspiring story of a janitor that disrupted the entire global snack food industry.
What's happening?
Layoffs, son. Lots of them.
Frito-Lay isn't getting enough orders to keep the factory open. Who eats Cool Ranch anyway? That lady.
I fell in love with Richard's journey, and I really felt like I am Richard Montañez. I've been told, no, don't do that. No, ideas don't come from people like you. And I thought, wow, I bet you this journey is relatable to a lot of people.
About 7 years ago, a mutual friend of mine, Richard Montañez, had texted me and said, I have your next movie. And I was like, okay, I didn't take it very seriously, but I wanted to respect him. So I sat down with Richard and his wife, and they came to my production office, and as they started, telling me their story, I just was blown away.
I was aware of his story, but I wasn't aware of the details.
Ow, wow, 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 wow.
What is it?
It burns.
Well, stop eating it.
No, I like it. It works good.
I had been searching for an answer. And there it was. They had been there the entire time.
I had zero interest in making a documentary of the Flaming Hot Cheeto. I was like, I don't want to watch that. I don't know who wants to watch that. But I did want to make a movie about the life of this incredible man that I admire.
You would never think that this was her featured debut. She's been amazing. The collaboration from day one. I got an idea. It's a spicy chip. It's gonna change everything. It will save our factory. And you're a janitor. Okay, no, don't hang on.
I think for a story like this, it's important, it's necessary. We gotta make sure that we authenticate who tells our stories, and who better to tell a story than someone who's from that community. Hollywood gets to define what heroes look like, and they never look like Richard. They never look like us. And I thought this is an opportunity to show not only my community what we're capable of, but to educate other communities about who we are. Burns good or burns bad?
It burned good.
Now available on Blu-ray. Rachel McAdams and Abby Ryder Fortson star in the adaptation of Judy Blume's iconic young adult novel, Are You There, God? It's me, Margaret.
Hi, I'm Judy Blume. Hi, I'm Kelly Freeman Craig, writer-director of Are You There, God? It's me, Margaret. And here's a scene from the film.
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
I'm here to speak to you today about your changing bodies.
The blood is released through the vagina.
What was it about Kelly's pitch that you were like, okay, fine, let's finally do it?
Did we tell the story?
No.
Because Kelly wrote a fabulous letter, and in that letter, she told me that she had written and directed a movie called The Edge of 17. And I had seen that movie, and no one had ever come to me before with a credential like that.
The minute there was any inkling that it wasn't a flat no, we showed up on her doorstep. And that day it happened that she agreed to let us make it.
Kelly has opened it up in creating characters. She has created Margaret's mother, given her a life. She's wonderful. Rachel McAdams is fantastic playing her.
I know exactly what you're saying. It feels like it's got to be, oh, great. Yeah. Okay, come on.
Rachel McAdams' character and her story is basically added, but it just worked together so perfectly.
Yeah, to see the generations. Yeah.
If you want to be in the club, then you have to wear a bra.
Oh. Do you think you need one?
Prior to seeing this movie, Lionsgate actually shared multiple clips of people sharing their hashtag Margaret moments. And Rachel, I'm curious, what was your Margaret moment?
It's really hard to choose. There's so many, but I definitely had the awkward bra buying experience.
Do this one thing for me. Let me just be normal and regular like everybody else. Just please.
I think it's just a really sweet story and a feel-good movie, and can also be a really great conversation opener for a lot of awkward-ish topics, you know, that we still need to talk about.
Please, God, let it be a lady.
Stay tuned, there's more coming up on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
Thanks for watching Made in Hollywood Special, Real Revolution, Women at the Helm, powered by MoviePhone.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.